On Saturday, April 18, 2026, the Lynbrook Fire Department held a recruitment meet and greet at the Earle Avenue parking field. The presentation was part of New York State's 17th annual RecruitNY campaign to attract additional volunteer firefighters and EMS personnel, as well as junior firefighters, to join the Lynbrook Fire Department. Events like this have been held each year by volunteer firefighters throughout the state. Lynbrook firefighters brought all their apparatus to the parking lot and set up tables to meet with residents and possible applicants. As of this writing, 8 residents have actively shown an interest in joining the department. This event was chaired by Kathy Bean of Medical Company and Vincent Lucchese of Truck Company.
Hi, how are you? I'm James E. Giambattista, Chief of the Lynbrook Fire Department. This weekend is RecruitNY. We're doing a recruitment effort to try to get some volunteer membership out to help support our department. Volunteer service in the village of Lynbrook, we've been doing it for 125 years. We need more members. We're hoping that these demonstrations will help bring some members into the department. We're going to post our social media. You guys come check us out. Thanks.
Okay, everybody. Today we're going to demonstrate CPR. We have this device over here called the Lucas. It's something that we had with our new ambulance. It is saving more lives that I can talk about. It does continue. It does.
I don't need it anyway.
I don't need it. It does continuous CPR. Thank you. So what happens is when we go to a call, somebody's in cardiac arrest, the first thing we do is we check for pulses. Hello. We check for pulses and we check to see if they're breathing. If they are not, then that tells us that we have to start CPR. With everybody in the volunteer fire department that would like to join, whether you like to join medical, a hose company, or a truck company, all training is provided to you for free. So there is no expense to anybody once they want to join. There's a lot of benefits in joining. I'm going to do a little recruiting here. There's a lot of benefits in joining, a prescription plan, a life insurance policy, and the best thing ever is that we get a discount on the village of Lynbrook, the school taxes, and the town of Hempstead. All right, here we go. And if anybody is interested in joining, please just talk to me. I'll gladly love to give you any information. Okay, so if we walk in, again, we check, no pulses, not breathing, and we can start CPR. It's an automatic device that will tell us how long we do CPR until we have to stop and check for pulses. We don't check for pulses from the beginning until we do at least 3 to 4 rounds of CPR. As you can see, when you do CPR, you give chest compressions between the nipple lines of anybody's chest. We also do mouth, well, we have
Clear.
because we never give anybody mouth to mouth or mouth. We have a device. That one is a
Clear.
shock delivered. It will tell us if you have a rhythm that's shockable. There's 2 rhythms that are shockable. If they are asystole, we cannot shock. So once we continue doing CPR, we then have this Lucas device that's right here. And while there's usually about 5 or 6 people on the call, there's a back door that goes behind us. Oh, one other thing. A person has to be on a flat surface to deliver CPR.
Get that in?
So the device, the back door goes underneath, it hooks up, the suction cup goes down on the patient. And once it's at the chest, it continues CPR. It is better than a person, and the big reason is it never gets tired. The person is a very tiring thing to continue CPR. Also, If somebody's on the second floor, we do not have to discontinue CPR, and it really is a life-saving device. This one little item here is about $10,000. We have one in our operation. We also have Northwell that is here through the village that helps us, and they have one on their supervisor's car.
They also demonstrated the proper actions to perform when a child is choking.
A child, why would a child stop breathing? Most likely a child will stop breathing because they're choking on something. So we would try to deliver a few thrusts, get the item out of the body first.
Nope. Oh, you're doing choking?
Yeah, we're doing choking.
So you want to put the baby on your arm like this, arms and legs over. Put the baby on an angle, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flip the baby over. 2 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look to see if anything's come out. If not, you're gonna continue with flipping the baby over onto the back and give 5 back thrusts.
Now, I just want to show you now how she's lightly doing it. That's great, but give it the way we would really give it to a baby. Hard, even harder than that, but that's a hard plastic. But you would give it very hard. You're not going to hurt the child, you're not going to damage anything, but you would give a big bunch of thrusts. A child will go into cardiac arrest if we don't get the item out. Again, what we would do is we would go in, we would check to see if anything came up, we would sweep it out, and then we would start CPR. Even if they're breathing, even if their pulse is light, we would do it because it is also a life-saving part of a child. Okay, we have a little junior here that's helping.
Go ahead.
So, anybody see how he's doing it? You can do it. That's how you would do it on a child.
Yes. Right.
That's my grandson.
Very good.
So you would do that until the ambulance arrives. The ambulance would be there in hopefully about 4 minutes, which 4 minutes is a long time. So if you're ever in need, and I hope you never are, start doing it.
Truck company next demonstrated, using their bucket ladder truck, how to rescue a victim who fell below ground.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Dan, I'm with the truck company. We do a lot of trucks here at Green Village. What we're sitting with you today is a high-angle rescue. We have a worker down in the trench. We're going to use the line 427 to lift the victim up out of the trench and place him to chute level, which would be the top of our air trouble vehicles. So, this truck company got dressed and we're going out and serious. So we're just going to those that get forward, they're going to assess the patient and check and make sure he's breathing, not bleeding. So that's really get a hot collar onto it, stabilization. Biggest thing about moving the victim is making sure that we don't do anything to further injure the patient, and the neck is one of the main things we want to stabilize while we're working on something. So we're going to apply a collar to the victim. And slide it backward and leave it more sticks to build.
Yeah, roll. Okay, closer.
And it really works together in a coordinated effort. The firefighter at the head of the victim is usually the one calling the shots. And make sure that everybody's on the same page and together. So as they're strapping them into the backboard, 2 of the firefighters are going to use the Stokes basket, which is that red basket right underneath the bucket, and prepare that to raise the victim out of the trench. So on the count of 3, they pick up the victim, they're going to put them into the Stokes basket, prepare it to package him up for lift out of the trench.
While that's going
So we're going to take one in, and it's smart, especially to center itself as it puts it on a high point to the bottom of the book. We're going to attach some straps together with a carabiner. And as they're doing that, the two firefighters at the feet of the victim are using another piece of leather to perform what's called an iron lash around the victim to strap him into the stove basket. And you'll see that the first row of the straps wrap him around his feet so he doesn't slide, and then secure it up at the top by the neck. So while they're strapping him up, a little bit about our trucks. 427, which is it's got a bucket up top. We can flow water, hook up to the side of the truck from an engine. Which is a 100-foot straight ladder. We could use that for accessing roofs, going into windows and residences. All of our trucks carry tools. We don't have any water except for the couple of 5-gallon cans that are on the trucks. Fire engine carries water, and business fire trucks carry ladders and tools. So you can see it's a coordinated effort. Everybody's doing something to get the victim up out of the trench. We have to tie the lash into the storage basket. We have other firefighters that are preparing a harness up to the bucket. And we have 2 firefighters down at the end that are securing a tag line to the storage basket to stop the basket from swinging around uncontrollably. While this is going on, we have another firefighter that's deploying his personal rappel device, and he's going to hook up that hook to the bottom of the bucket. And the device that he's wearing, every firefighter has one of these built into their gear. It's a length of rope that has a descender on it. So if we had to bail out of a window, come off of a roof, we can deploy that hook securely, fasten it to something, and safely descend down. Or get ourselves out of harm's way.
You're going to see him start taking that driver's side door and trying to get a purchase point. We tap the door from the inside to get it in. These things can crush even the hardest of metals that these cars have. As the door separates, the second guy is able to easily take off and remove from the scene.
Members of Engine Company, with the help of some junior firefighters who stood by, demonstrated extinguishing kitchen stove fires.
This could be the first way that you can stop the fire from spreading. So what we're going to do is safely come around. We're going to put the top on. And you can see, perfect, you can see just by leaving that, we have deprived the fire of any oxygen. The next thing I want to talk to everyone about is our extinguishers. Now, hopefully everyone has these in your homes. It is the most versatile of all extinguishers. It's what they call an ABC extinguishers. Essentially, it would put out anything that has A, which would be your wood, your paper, your clothing, things along those lines. B would be your liquids, your bubbling oils, like the cooking oil, or heating oil, or gasoline. And the charge is C, charged electrical equipment. By using this extinguisher and keeping these in your homes, it is the easiest, simplest way of hopefully keeping something knocked down. Now, in order to use this extinguisher, there's an acronym that's used. It's called S. Pull, aim, squeeze, and sweep. And when we talk about using it, you You always want to start off just a small distance back. When we talk about pull, at the top of this extinguisher there is a pin. We're now going to pull it. We're going to aim the nozzle. And after we aim that nozzle, we're now going to squeeze. And once we squeeze that handle, we now want to sweep from side to side. All right, what we're looking to do is create a blanket of powder on top of whatever it is that we're burning. Because I mentioned before that fire needs oxygen, and if you remove the oxygen, the fire extinguishes itself. So we're looking to create a blanket of powder on top of whatever it is.
Firefighters from Vulcan Company demonstrated the extinguishment of a working car fire in the parking lot.
I'm Kathy. I'm from the Emergency Medical Company number 1.
I'm Vincent from Lynbrook Truck Company.
And we're here today. We had a recruitment day. It's a New York State-wide recruitment day. And we recruited 7 people, so we're really proud of that. We did a lot of great demonstrations. And we can't thank the members of the Lynbrook Fire Department for all they did.
Maybe right over there. They're probably my biggest supporters. But we have all the families out here. Everyone here is willing to have their families come out. They support the members that are here, that are going out at 3 in the morning, leaving the dinner table. So we have huge support with our families. And again, we become families as members because we have to rely on each other. And we're very tight-knit here.
Awesome. Someone sees this. They can't come down here today, but they're interested. They want to know a little bit about what you guys do. They, maybe they want to join. What can they do to get involved?
So we have a website. It's lynbrookfd.org. They can check out that website. There's going to be plenty of info on there. Or they can leave a voicemail at 516-599-1547, which is our headquarters, and just say that they're interested, and we'll get back to them as soon as possible.
Now, tell the people a little bit about the perks, like being a firefighter, or a volunteer firefighter here on Long Island. What's some of the perks that they can expect if they want to join?
Absolutely. So one of the perks is just the feeling of pride, the feeling of helping in our village. It's probably the main reason that anyone comes out. However, there has been a decline in the membership, so there has been some perks offered by New York State, by the local authorities, Nassau County, the villages. One of them being college tuition. There's a big support for that. There's tax incentives, whether it's for your property taxes or school taxes. Here we have a 10% for our village, for our town, and for our school districts, which is a huge support, again, from our community. Everything is involved in the community. They know how much we care about it, how much we do, and they give it right back to us. So we're going to keep it going. We're going to do everything we can to, make sure that our members are here to protect them. Perfect.
So today, you circle today's date on your calendar. You wake up this morning. How you feeling? What's going through your mind?
So today was a big day. Putting all this together, I can't take really any credit for it. We have a great committee. We have a recruitment committee that goes out all the time. The 2 biggest people that got this together was Vincent Lucchese and Kathy Bean. I want to say thank you to them, out public, and obviously to everybody else that helped get this together. Every company was tasked with a demonstration. Again, all volunteers. They took time out of their day to figure out what they're going to do, how they're going to approach it. It's a Saturday. It's beautiful out. I'm sure everybody wanted to be at home, but they'd rather be here to make sure we can keep this village running and protect everybody.
Anything else that you want to say that you feel is important that I didn't get a chance to ask you?
No, I appreciate you coming. I appreciate everybody looking out and getting social media out there. Again, we need the membership. I hope that there's a lot more people out there that will have the pride in protecting their community, especially here in the village of Lynbrook, but across New York State as a whole. We want to keep the volunteer service, and we want to keep that community pride going. So please join. Look for your local fire department. You can go to any of the firehouses in Lynbrook. Again, it's all on our website, and most of the fire departments around have it on their website. Stop in, say hi, see what's going on, and see what it's about. That's perfect. Thank you.
Here are some of the benefits of becoming a volunteer firefighter or EMS member. For further information on joining the Lynbrook Fire Department, call 516-599-1547.